Yeah. Oh God. Here we go.
Yeah, okay, here we go.
So, welcome to the inaugural podcast. This is the Hawk. I'm Hawk and Sexy T Rex podcast.
Sexy T Rex.
This is Sexy T Rex. So clearly, you understand that this is all satire. Sorry. No.
Hopefully.
Sorry. So we're doing what, a podcast about nothing, basically.
About nothing.
Pretty
Yeah,
much
nothing and everything,
Yeah.
right?
But we're just going to talk about anything we want to talk about.
Yeah, that's right.
And I think the first thing we're going to talk about is CBD. All right?
Yes, sir.
CBD. I think we both use CBD. How long have you been using CBD?
About a month now.
About a month now. And give the people, I guess, a little bit of history about why you were drawn to CBD.
Tried a bunch of different medications. Brain surgery requires medications after the fact. Be anxiety, a bunch of other symptoms, and then I also have a bunch of aches and pains. So figured I'd give it a shot because all the medications I've taken don't seem to cut it.
So they give me like opioids and shit like that?
No opioids, just different antidepressants, anti-anxiety, shit to just try and get me relaxed.
Okay.
I don't want the high, but I would absolutely love to be able to relax every once in a while just because I'm so high strung.
Clearly, because you were just standing here like this. It's all good. I'm sorry. I like to fuck with this guy. So, all right. So it's a medical. Clearly, CBDs are specifically designed for people who are going through things like you, or cancer, or pain.
That's what I hear. You know, I've been reading, been listening to people. Everybody says it works, so I figured I'd give it a shot.
Yeah, I too definitely love to use CBD, but my use of CBD has nothing to do with surgery. It just makes THC way fucking better. So it's kind of like a kickstart in a way.
Okay.
So yeah, that's why I like it. I generally like to be high while I'm playing video games or listening to music or breathing. So that's pretty much what it is. I don't generally try to do that while working, but but the CBDs I can do that while I'm working, and it's definitely relaxing. And I suffer from anxiety too, so let me not act like it's not all recreational. There's some anxiety and depression that I suffer from, but I'm not sure if the THC helps that or the CBD helps that, frankly. But yeah, my shit is totally self-centered and selfish.
Dude, is it the lighting or what? Because I look really fucking white next to you. Like, I know there's...
But you are, though. But the funny thing about this is that now that I'm glad that you jumped to that, because the people need to understand something. Of course, I am what you would consider a black guy or African American, even though I hate that term. And you are, let the people know what you are. You are not Caucasian, are you?
I'm Jewish. 100%.
He's fucking lying. He's fucking lying.
I am supposed to be Mexican, but...
What the fuck do you mean supposed to be? How do you suppose
I present myself as a fake Mexican. I think a lot of people... Raul nailed it. I'm a coconut.
You are a coconut.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm Mexican by blood, but I have none of the culture, essentially.
Zero. You don't speak Spanish.
I don't speak Spanish.
You love Taco Bell.
I do really like Taco Bell.
You suck.
But no. I mean, there's some things we used to do. Like I can't eat, and I'm also from New Mexico, so I should be able to eat spicy shit, and I cannot eat green chili to save my life. It hurts me to eat green chili. Anything spicy hurts.
Hurts.
Yeah, it hurts.
Going in or coming out?
Both. Yeah, both.
All right. Okay.
Not a lot of people enjoy it, but I do not like it at all.
Okay, so now, did your parents have a bunch of coconuts, or are you like a coconut surrounded by a bunch of authentic Mexicans in your family?
Oh no, they had a bunch of coconuts.
Oh, so it was
yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
Like my mom is half Mexican, but she is very much white. They joke that she has red hair because she has freckles and everything. Dude. It's crazy. My dad is full Mexican and yet doesn't speak Spanish at all either. Yet his parents, English was the second language.
Okay. So when I first met this, we worked together. When I first met this dude, I just thought that, I mean, he has a slumpy posture, so I just thought he was like this goofy white dude. I didn't know he was Mexican. I really didn't know. But at any rate, yeah, we kind of hit it off, and we decided to do this again, this Hawk and Sexy T-Rex podcast. Yep. I gave him my opportunity to come up with a better name than that, but
not that quick on my.
He's not that quick. He's not that quick. All right.
It's crazy, dude. When I first met you, dude, I didn't know you were black.
Really? What did you think I was?
No, you're pretty clearly black.
Yeah. It was a good thing that you jumped off of that real quick, because that would have been the end of our podcast.
That right there.
Black Twitter would have lit you the fuck up, dude.
Well, maybe can we edit that out?
No, we're not.
No,
that's not. Well, you didn't fuck up. You and that's what I say about this dude. He knows exactly where to go as far as the line, and then retreat. He really does. He does that every day at work. You know what I'm saying? Like he comes directly to the point of getting punched in the face, and then he retreats with everybody. So, yeah, you're highly skilled in that. So. Anyway, what else are we going to talk about in our inaugural podcast? I guess we had a couple other. We had to talk about CBD, right?
Yeah, you taught me a lot about myself, actually. Already.
Well, let's talk about it.
Questioning, just the things that you call me out on as far as being a comedian, the way that you just approach situations, and the way that you view things. Even just that, the way that I can go up to a situation and walk it back. I didn't realize how much I did that, how much that was part of, I guess, who I am at this point.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
And why did I tell you that? What was the reason for that? I told you that.
No, I'm probably got my ass kicked.
Clearly, you've gotten your ass kicked by someone.
Which is not true.
I can't believe.
Just defeated by life is the best I can do, but not physically got my ass kicked.
It's okay if it's a girl. It's okay.
Dude.
You were probably young. Girls used to, at one time they were the same size as us. You don't have to deny this. She whipped your ass, didn't she?
So yes, I have gotten a tooth knocked out by a woman, but that was not the one that struck down, that got me to that point. And now that you say that, so now I realize when I'm getting a massage, one of the reasons I like deep tissue is when they get you right to that point where you want to give up, right? They're deep and you want to give up. You're like, I want to say no. But if you hold on just saying it longer, then they stop. And I enjoy that. No, I found out that I really do enjoy it. No?
I really hope not that many people listen to this first podcast.
Just
for your sake.
All right, let's just go ahead. All right, so we're going to stop right there. Too much of a connection?
No. That's fine,
dude. All right, so
that's fine.
Okay.
Man. It is what it is, man. It is what it is. But yeah, like you definitely
I love the pain.
You're a different type of dude, and I think there's definitely some similarities, not between you and I, but to you and other comics that I've met. We have no similarities at all, but
And how did we end up best friends?
You gonna do this on the first podcast?
I mean, I had to tell somebody.
You're gonna overstep on the first podcast.
I had to tell somebody today that I cannot be best friends with them because I already have a best friend.
Look, when I told you that we needed to be friends before we did a podcast, I said that we need to not just, jump into a podcast. We need to hang out, learn each other, and then it's not best friends. Best. What are you? Have you ever been the best at anything in your life?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Okay, I haven't been the best at anything, but I've been really good at a lot of things.
Name one thing besides cycling. He's a former cyclist. Competitive cyclist.
Former competitive cyclist. Yeah, I did race at the national level at one point. Mm-hmm. I was sponsored at one point, so that was pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. So, did you just lose all your athletic ability in one day, or did it just, because how old are you?
33.
33? It just, you seem so unathletic now that it seems like you never were. So, I'm just, No disrespect.
No, that's fair. That's fair. I feel like I was never athletic. I look back and wonder how I was able to do that. Yeah, dude, we're talking like under 10% body fat and like all muscle, dude. This was a lean machine for a while. Yeah, it's true.
No one's gonna believe that.
Yeah.
No one's gonna believe that.
Well, yeah. Whatever.
It's okay.
Then I started partying. And then girls and drinking were a lot more fun. And then moved to El Paso and moved in with grandma. Grandma was cooking and didn't do a whole lot at that point.
This was not Mexican cooking.
No. She did make enchiladas, but they're white person enchiladas. Because all right.
What the fuck is a white person enchilada? School me on what a white person enchilada is.
So take all the spicy shit out of it. Essentially,
all the flavor.
Yeah. Take all the flavor. So it's just the tortilla, the meat, and the cheese with like non-hot sauce on it all in place. Absolutely fucking delicious. Those are my favorite enchiladas. Oh my god.
You are so culturally irrelevant.
So it's crazy, but okay. So she's a full on white girl, and my grandpa was full on Mexican, right? Similar situation. So my great grandma, barely speaks English. He is very Mexican. I don't know. I mean, dark. Okay. Dark. He might give you some competition, actually.
Dark. Okay. We'll let him get away with that. All right.
Is that bad?
No, it's not. No, it's not bad. You're real concerned about stepping on that racist landmine, aren't you?
I am.
You are?
I am.
Why? Let's talk about that. Why? Because I wouldn't even be fucking with you if I thought that you had like that type of viciousness in you.
I worry only because the town that I grew up in was one of those small ass hick towns, and there's conditioning. You're a product of your environment.
Certainly.
While I never understood where it came from growing up, I do worry that, hey, some of that, maybe there is comments and shit that I may just make that I don't even realize. Well, so I do not want to be, especially since I moved back there recently and I saw how bad it was. That's what then made me question some of the things that I worry about. Maybe I'm overthinking it. Maybe I'm like, oh, maybe it's a bigger deal than it is. And then now we're in such outraged culture. I'm like, oh, fuck.
You even have more anxiety about it. Yeah.
And that's, I don't know.
I get it. I mean,
I guess since we're best friends, I should know where that line is or whatever.
Dude, you got to stop that, man. You got to stop that.
Yeah.
Because there are people out there who know that they're better friends than me than you that are probably going to stab you in your neck.
Well.
I know violent people do. I don't. I really don't know. Except for this one girl that I just met. Might be violent. Let's hope not.
Just don't let her drive.
Anyway.
Too many details. All right.
Yeah, too many fucking details. Too many details, man. We're getting too deep.
So this isn't going to go online then. Gotcha.
No, it probably will. I don't know. We'll see. Again, this is podcast 1, man. This is episode 1, podcast 1 of the Hawk and Sexy T-Rex show. Or is it a Hawk and Sexy T-Rex podcast? I don't know.
I imagine you go first, right? I mean, you're the talent.
Well, the only reason that I put Hawk first is because the Sexy T-Rex and the Hawk show just sounded way too pretentious.
It's got a flow, though, right?
Right. It's like a crescendo. Because your name is actually the crescendo of the entire thing, believe it or not. Your nickname. I mean, what the fuck is Hawk? I'll tell them what Hawk is. Hawk is, when I was a friend of mine, Perry Hicks. Shout out to the Hicks family. This guy that I went to college with. We were in a band together. He was a little bit older than me. We met again through the workforce. And me and him became best friends.
Actual best friend.
Right. So I mean, Hawk was my dude. His nickname was actually P Hawk. His name was Perry Hicks. His name P Hawk.
Look at that.
The P stands for pussy, but we dropped that. There was too many syllables. We would call him P Hawk. But he was just a funny dude. He was a funny dude. Like I've told you the story where once I met him again in the workforce, we started talking about our college days, and I was like, "Yo, you graduated, I didn't." I was like, "What was your major?" And he was like, "Business management." I was like, "Oh shit, that's cool, dude." And I was like, "So what made you decide that, man?" And P Hawk told me that he was good at Monopoly. So, so that's my dude. Unintentionally funny, the nicest person you ever want to meet in your life. And we were supposed to start comedy together. Inference on Suppose. So in 2014, the summer of 2014, we were supposed to start this comedy class at the Funny Bone in Virginia Beach, Virginia. And so I had signed him up for it, unbeknownst to him. Let him know about it, and about 3 or 4 days later, he passed away in his sleep from a heart attack. So that was kind of devastating. And so what I did is I took on the name Hawk, mainly because I want people to say his name. I just want people to keep saying his name. So big up the Hawk, and so yeah, that's so. But anyway, going back to the original point, unless you know what Hawk means, it's really just kind of bland. So yeah, the Hawk and Sexy T-Rex, that's crescendo. So anyway, we got that out the way.
Yeah, but
This guy. So do we have any other time? Where are we? We are at 16 minutes of our first little podcast here. We've talked about a lot of things. Have we talked about relationships?
dude, that's like an hour-long podcast.
That's like an hour long?
That's an hour-long one.
That's an hour long?
Let's save that for next time.
Let's save that for next time.
I mean, I guess we kind of touched on a little bit about getting the tooth punched out.
Yeah. So that was someone that you were romantically involved?
Yeah. Oh yeah. And we were together for about a couple months after that too.
She knocked your tooth out, and you were scared to leave.
No.
Tell the truth, man. It's okay.
No. Right? There's a couple ways that type of relationship goes. Right? Either it's over right at that point, or you guys are just fighting the whole time. Right? The two F's. You're fighting and fucking. That's it. Yeah. That's it. Makes it that much better. That is all that relationship was. Okay. It was worth the tooth. Saying.
Oh. It was worth the tooth.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. All right. You heard it here first. It was worth losing the tooth over. A relationship for what? A couple months?
Yeah.
So a relationship that lasted a couple months was worth losing a permanent tooth.
Yeah.
Okay. Nice. Okay. Not bad.
Okay, maybe not a tooth. I don't know.
I mean, it's fine. I mean, don't let me give you your perception of the incident. Like, I'm just giving you mine. I'm just saying. But
that whole period of my life was a really good time.
Oh, okay.
So
you were still athletic at this time?
I was still athletic, yes.
Okay.
That relationship definitely required athleticism.
Nice.
So.
Okay. Yeah. I guess, I don't know. Relationships are difficult for me. I don't know if, like, I believe in love, dude. Like, I really do believe. Like, there's a woman out there that's supposed to be with me for the rest of my life. Like, there's somebody that's got to be willing to wipe my ass when I can't do it for myself. But, like, I don't know, man. Maybe it's, like, I'm so unwilling to not be Randall. Like, I have to be, like, there's no way that I can be happy in a relationship if I have to be less of who I am just to get along with someone. Like, it just, like, being with someone is cool, but if you, for me, if you hide parts of your personality, or you stop doing things that you like to do because you want this person to still like you, like those, I just have a hard, I'm not willing to do that anymore, I guess. Maybe that's what it is with me.
I don't know, man. You're making me feel pretty lucky where I'm at then. I don't feel like I've changed, or I give up parts of myself to be where I'm at.
Well, maybe I think maybe the difference though is that maybe the totality of me might be a little bit more difficult to deal with than the totality of you. So, that might be what's going on. So that's probably why you. Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm quirky, man. Like I don't even know what type of woman. I mean, I kind of do know what type of woman that I should be with, but I don't know. Like, who knows? But I believe in it, ladies out there. I do. Um, I actually thought that I had this woman came to see me. I don't know. She probably never watched it, but she's from London. She was living in Hong Kong at the time.
Okay.
And we met online. She's an artist. She met me through comedy, so we kind of linked up, and I just thought she was fucking gorgeous. I won't show them a picture of her, but I'll show you a picture of her.
Yeah.
Official?
Official.
All right.
That's
yeah. So, and she was dope. And what I mean by she was dope is like she liked cool music. Like, you see that album up on my wall behind you that says Cannibal Ox?
Yes.
That's the Cold Vein. Like, not too many people know about that hip hop album, and especially women, because it's essentially nerd rap and not dance music. So
nerd rap, okay. Not like the original beginnings of Pharrell Williams nerd.
No. This is completely different. People call nerd rap probably in the early 2000s. When you're talking about lyricists and artists that are extremely lyrical or extremely difficult to understand when they're rapping, like someone like maybe a Pharaoh Monch, the Cannibal Oxes of the world, it's not even like the Roots in a way.
Okay. That's the only one I know.
Yeah, so
I was like Cannibal Oxes.
I know you didn't know that, but anyway, generally only like that music is not really popular on the streets. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe a Biggie or a Tupac or something like that.
Okay.
So the only ones who really like it are like blurs or what they call black nerds or whatever.
Okay.
So that's nerd rap essentially, but it's really good fucking music. But anyway, the point is that she loves that album, and not just because like she was fucking some dude who loved the album. Like she loves hip hop for the sport of hip hop. Yeah, she's dope as fuck. So, we were just friends for a long time, and I kind of shot my shot in an inconspicuous way, and she was receptive to it. We kind of clicked, and started really getting close. And it was a distance though. I mean, I'm in Texas and she's in Hong Kong.
That is definitely
quite a distance. Well, she flew to Texas and stayed with me for an entire week. Yeah, and it was absolutely wonderful. It was a fantastic time. And after that, she went back, moved from Hong Kong to London, where she's actually from.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not going to go down the road of what happened. I can just say that I'm not mad at her. I think more than anything, she lost patience with what was down the road and how long it would take us to be able to merge our lives together.
Mm.
So, and even though that was the case before she left, that was already known. But I think it was probably much more tolerable for her when she didn't know me and hadn't seen me and we hadn't spent a whole week together.
Yeah.
So I don't begrudge her for that. Shout out to you if you ever listen to this. Anyway, so yeah. How did we get on the subject of my fucking relationships? Oh, because the point is, I believe in love. Like I really do believe that there's someone out there for me, even though I thought this was gonna be it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. We'll see.
I was talking about getting punched in the mouth, and you went out deep.
Oh,
sorry, we're romantic over here.
Well, you don't have great stories. We're getting you to that point. Come on, Wild Crowd. Give us a great fucking sexy T-Rex story.
Like a romantic one?
Just any story. Now, I'm not even gonna hold you. I'm not even gonna pigeonhole you.
Oh, I'm no good on the spot like this.
I know that. That's why.
Dude, as soon as you ask that question,
that's why I didn't restrict it.
Everything goes. Just gone. Everything. Good story. Yeah, I don't have one.
Why am I doing this podcast with this guy?
I'm totally boring. I don't know either. It's crazy.
Anyway. All right. Okay. Well, quite interesting. Not. Oh man. So we're gonna probably cut this off at like 30 minutes. We're around 25 minutes of our first podcast.
Okay.
Let's see. I know we can talk about some other.
All right. So we're here in Austin.
Yes.
So you're talking about 2014. You're going to start comedy with your best friend.
Yes.
So how long have you been here?
I've been here since.
Why did you move here?
Interesting. Okay.
If I can.
All right. I moved here for my technical career, essentially.
Okay.
There are also some personal reasons which relates to divorce and my kids and custody and things like that. That are also bigger contributing factors, but I won't get into the weeds of that with only a certain amount of time left. But essentially, I was working for a company that was not going anywhere near the cloud or anywhere, this type of stuff that you and I do daily, that was leaving me behind.
Okay. Towards the future.
Right, exactly.
Toward where we need to be.
Where we're going, exactly. So essentially, I was convinced by my family to look, Austin has got plenty of tech jobs. Much better area than where you are right now, lower cost of living. How about you come down here?
Which is wild to me.
Right.
The cost of living, when people say the cost of living in Austin is cheaper than where they're at, it kind of blows my mind.
It is.
But
it is.
Awesome.
But, so, they told me, my family was like, look, come down here, quit your job. So I quit my job, sold my house, moved here.
Okay. So you had some money that you could live off of.
I had a severance. I had a severance.
Oh, fuck.
And I also had family. You know what I'm saying? Like when I first came here, I stayed with family. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't even have a job in the beginning. The first thing that I did though was go to Dallas for that VCP course, and I got my VCP before I even put my resume online.
You had money to take the class. First off, so you had enough money to quit your job, move down here, and take the VCP class.
Not necessarily, but we got it done.
Okay.
We got it done. We got it done.
All right, we got it done. Okay.
I'll say this. The one thing about my life as an adult, let's say after the age of 40, I've been extremely fortunate. I had, pretty dicey childhood and whatnot. Had a rough, whatever, but it's kind of been the opposite for me. Like things got really kind of fortunate for me towards the latter part of,
That's a good part for it to
be fortunate. For exactly. Sure. So, the one thing that I have in Texas is an outstanding support system here.
So was your family? So obviously your family was here before you got here.
My mom, my stepdad are here. Have been here for about 25, 30 years.
Oh, wow. Okay,
yeah.
That's a long time.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
Okay. Well, that makes sense, right? Because you had family. Well, okay.
Right. So yeah, they been down here for a while, established themselves, and and so yeah, they convinced me to come down here. So yeah, that's why I came down. And it was rough when I first started that hour job. We won't name it because we probably can't. But yeah, it was rough. So
I was like, oh shit, you sewed that shirt on?
I took it off. I took it off. I was like, I noticed it. I was like, oh shit, let me take this off.
Oh man, you got the mouse pad and everything. Oh.
I know. Yep. There's a bunch of them in the box, man. I don't know if I missed that.
No, dude.
But let's talk about the job. Like, I genuinely like everybody that we fucking work with. Dude.
I do. That's one of the main reasons I went back. I came back.
Right.
So I moved back to New Mexico, had a government job, super cushy. Similar reason though, right? Number one, okay, cloud was non-existent. Number two, I didn't even get to touch the server. The population of New Mexico is so small, and
same thing.
It's just my technical skills were rotting, and actually that was a big thing coming back. It was actually challenging because of how much skill I had lost doing that glorified
desktop
glorified
support, right?
Yep.
Paying you a lot of money basically to do desktop support. That's what was happening. Well, I was doing more than desktop support, but way too much desktop support as opposed to what I really wanted to do.
Yeah, so, but you're going from dead slow to essentially balls to the walls.
Yeah.
So
our job is stressful, people.
Yeah. I ended up in Austin on a whim. Actually, just kind of rolled the dice. Like,
really?
Yeah. So I moved around quite a bit. Moved from New Mexico to go back to El Paso and went to school.
Mm-hmm.
Finished school, started in an MSP there. I met Dan Esquivel, who used to work at our same company. Oh, fuck, I don't know if I should say his name.
Too late.
All right. Met a buddy.
Yeah.
And started working there. I guess I did well enough. I moved to New Mexico the first time, got a government job.
Nice. Okay.
Absolutely boring. Didn't learn, apparently, because I went back twice. Didn't learn. He had just moved to Austin. I hit him up on Facebook, said, hey, this sucks. And he said, hey, apply here, come out.
Nice.
I said, fuck it.
Okay.
And then, that's how I ended up here the first time. But it took me, you have to have brain surgery to move back to New Mexico. That's going to be my excuse, because when I moved here, I had my second set of surgeries.
Uh-huh.
And it was shortly after that I decided to move back to New Mexico. So you have to have brain surgery.
You have to brain
surgery. Yeah. That's what I can blame it on. I can't blame it on shit.
I don't let him blame brain surgery on anything. This dude works on they see the scar. Okay, that's fine.
They just there's a lot of light.
Stop grossing out the women, please.
Oh, I thought scars were sexy. No, chicks.
Brain surgery scars?
Yeah.
No, like battle scars, dude.
That is a battle scar.
Not a battle scar.
Yeah, they're like, hey, have this surgery or you're gonna die. That's kind of a battle, I would say. Be like
you don't get a Purple Heart for brain surgery.
No,
I mean,
it's gotta be a bar fight.
I'm trying to make it light of it. Yeah. The girls like bad guys.
And I was a bad boy back in the day. That's how I ended up with this body. Because man, after I got we got in that fight. Back in the day. I did actually used to be a fighter back in the day. Not like that.
This is what he also does. He makes declarations, and then when you just stare at him, he'll walk back to the truth.
Not like training or like boxing or anything like that.
Just but it's fighting, though, right?
Well, I used to get in a lot of fights, like at school.
Pillow fighting? What the fuck are we talking about?
No, like actual fist fights.
You used to get into fist fights?
There was one time.
How tall are you, man?
5'6".
You used to get in a fist fight with who?
Plenty of people bigger than myself. Dude, it was all attitude when I was younger.
It was all attitude?
Yeah, Like this shit talking and walking it back, it's because I used to be able to back it up in the day.
You used to be able to back
it up. Now, I know there is no chance of me backing that up.
Clearly. Clearly. All right. I think so. So, thank you. Even though no one will probably watch this but us. But this is the first installment of the Hawk and Sexy T-Rex show. All right, man.
Hey, buddy.
Till the next time, folks.